I know MD appreciates it. I'll tell you this, she was 100 years old, and he talked to her before he left, and she gave him permission to come. So he was, not happy with it. Okay, we only have a quick half hour for our opening ceremony. So I'd like to first of all introduce Dr. Jim Walner, who is Associate Dean of the College of Education and Human Science, to do the initial one.
Well, welcome to the 5th Teachers in Excellence program. It's really thrilling to see all of you and know that you spent time on various campuses in the United States. And the one thing that struck me as kind of strange about the program is that the time of year. You've been in some really nice and somewhat warmer places, and I think today we're going to give you kind of hallmark Nebraska weather, where you could experience 1 or 2 seasons all within 24 hours. Great. Well, since 2007, Joe informed me that hundreds of teachers have come to this particular program from all over the world, and we believe that this is really an outstanding program for all of you, but in some ways it's even better for us because we learn of so many wonderful experiences and stories. The College of Education and Human Sciences is dedicated to enhancing the lives of individuals, families, schools, communities, and strengthening the relationships among them. And in our new college, this focus on families and communities has really provided some strength for all of our programs. I know that you had expectations about this program, and so did we. We expect to learn from you, and we expect to learn about your educational systems, particular lessons that you've picked up as you've traveled to different places, different post-institutions in the United States. And we're particularly paying attention to what practices you believe will work to address educational issues in your country. And we hope that you've learned some things too, like some of the best ideas from the institutions that you visited and the schools you've been in. And I can tell that this is becoming an increasingly tight-knit group, so undoubtedly you've learned a lot from one another. And I think that what we share together is focus on the issues and problems that all of us experience internationally and potential solutions for those problems. Now, while you're here, or maybe while you've been in the process, I'm told that you're working on some kind of a plan that you're going to take home. And you'll be presenting some of these plans to one another, so there'll be a great opportunity to steal ideas from your colleagues, so that'll be great. We're looking forward to having American teachers meet you and other fellows from other countries when they do some of their visits in the summer of 2011. So we think that will really be very special. And then I have a quick story for you since it's early in the morning. Early one morning, a mother went to wake up her son. Does that sound familiar to you? She said, "Wake up, son, it's time to go to school." From the basement she heard, "But why, Mom? I don't want to go." "Give me 2 reasons why you don't want to go." He said, "Well, the kids hate me, for one thing, and second, the teachers hate me too." "Oh, that's no reason not to go to school. Come on, get ready. Give me 2 reasons why I should go to school." She paused and said, "Well, for one thing, you're 52 years old. And for another, you're the school principal." I guess that story cuts across a lot of international borders. Welcome to Lincoln, and I hope you have a really good
Tom Farrell, formerly from the U.S. Department of State. He's been instrumental in developing and growing the TEA program over the years. Unfortunately, he's a Republican. So when they had the change of administrations, that was fortunate for us because he was looking for a job. So now he's Associate Vice President for International Programs at the University of Nebraska. And he knows a lot about what you're doing and what you've been doing. Tom?
Good morning. Thank you, Joe, for dining me out as a Republican. Anyway, I'm very honored to be here this morning, and I'm especially happy to greet you. Although, you know, for me, I feel like that 52-year-old man. Actually, I'm older than 52. My mother, I don't live with my mother, but I find it very early in the morning, so I wanted to explain to you right now, unlike Jim Walter, I have no very amusing joke to tell you. So please forgive me. So we'll have to use his amusing story to bless me too. But anyway, as I said, I'm very happy to be here with you this morning. It's an honor to be here, not only to be here with you, and to represent the president of the University of Nebraska and the regents of the university who are so pleased and honored to be hosting this program for the Department of State, working with IREX, and then in collaboration with Georgia State, University of South Florida, and Cal State Chico, partners in this program, who I know have done a wonderful job, as we have here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in the first phase of this program for you. So I'm honored to be representing the Regents and the President, but also, as Joe said, I work very closely on these programs. And so it's a great pleasure for me, although it's a little strange. I used to be Michael Kuban's boss. Now here I am at the University of Nebraska working for Michael Kuban. But I know he still thinks well of me in large part because of the wonderful work of my colleagues here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. People that I've worked very closely with. I've mentioned Joe McNulty. He and I talk almost every week. And then, of course, the chairman of Educational Administration, Dr. Larry Lugash, who's here with us. They're really the ones, they and their colleagues, who have presented this program for you. I've worked with you who have been here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln for the last 6 weeks. You know that better than I. I also would like to say a thank you to my colleagues from IREX. Christine Mueller's on the stage here, and Lisa Muehlmeister is walking around the back, making sure everything is okay. And lastly, to thank the people on the dais, I want to express on behalf of the university our thanks to our dear friends and colleagues at Lincoln Public Schools. Angela Mail is here with us this morning, and thank you for your collaboration. I'm about to finish. After having said all the thank yous, telling you I'm not going to tell a joke. I'm trying to think of a joke because it would be good, but I'm sorry I can't. You know, when I first started working in this job at the Department of State, with my previous job 8 years ago, I had no understanding of the TEAM program. Michael will talk to you more about the TEAM program, teaching excellence and achievement. I just knew it was a strange acronym. And I was always teasing Michael and his colleagues because they were always coming up with these little acronyms, T and some of the others. Pi was another one they had. So one day they walked into my office and I said, oh, what is this one going to be? You know, is this cafe